Toronto doesn't just watch baseball, it inhales it. Right now, the city feels like it's holding its breath, somewhere between excitement and mild panic, the kind that makes you refresh social media every 5 minutes like it owes you money. One massive decision has already been made. Shane Bieber is staying. The former Cy Young winner, who arrived with question marks and a surgically repaired elbow, decided that Toronto felt like home. One more season in blue and white, one more run. That single choice sent a shockwave through the clubhouse and flipped the mood of the entire pitching staff overnight. But while one star unpacked his bags, another is standing by the door, keys in hand. Bichette, the face of the modern era, the shortstop who grew up in this system, now sits at the center of a storm. Rumors are flying, the Dodgers are watching, the Yankees are lurking like villains in a baseball movie. A contract north of $200 million is no longer a fantasy, it's a countdown. And suddenly, Toronto is staring at a moment that could define the next decade. One player choosing loyalty, another deciding his future, hope and fear sharing the same dugout bench. Welcome to the emotional roller coaster, brought to you by 9 Innings Media, where calm is optional and passion is mandatory. Let's rewind to when Bieber first landed in Toronto at the trade deadline. The move raised eyebrows. Fresh off Tommy John surgery, traded for a promising young arm, it felt more like a calculated risk than a guaranteed upgrade. Then he took the mound and everything changed. Over 7 starts, he posted a steady ERA, delivered when it mattered most, and gave the team something they didn't even realize they were missing: stability. That unforgettable postseason outing where he carved through Seattle's lineup with quiet confidence felt like a message. This guy wasn't here to rent a locker, he was here to lead. Even after the heartbreak of the World Series, after that final swing that crushed a season's worth of dreams, Bieber didn't point fingers or disappear. He spoke about brotherhood, about belief, about a group that felt different. And when free agency opened, most people assumed he'd chase the biggest deal available. Instead, he shocked everyone by opting in. $16 million for 1 more year. No bidding war, no drama. Just a decision rooted in connection. In today's game, that's rarer than a complete game shutout. That choice changed everything. With injuries clouding the rotation and uncertainty hovering, Toronto suddenly found its backbone again. Bieber, alongside Kevin Gausman, with young arms stepping forward, turned a shaky outlook into something solid. More importantly, it changed the tone. Leadership doesn't always shout. Sometimes it just shows up and stays. Fans who were bracing for another reset started believing again, not because of numbers, but because loyalty still means something. Then there's the other side of the story, the one that keeps people awake at night. Bichette is more than a shortstop. He's the symbol of what this team tried to build from the ground up. Drafted, developed, trusted, the engine of the lineup. And now, with free agency approaching, the giants of the sport are circling. Los Angeles sees a perfect October bat. New York sees a solution to its infield problems and a chance to restore old glory. Meanwhile, Toronto sits in the middle, weighing ambition against fear. Financially, the club has never been stronger. A deep postseason run poured serious money into the organization. The resources are there. But with money comes expectation. An 8-year deal worth around $200 million would be a statement. It would say this franchise believes in continuity, identity, and its own stars. Letting him walk would send a very different message, one fans know too well. Inside the clubhouse, the tension is real. Bichette isn't just respected, he's woven into the culture. Losing him wouldn't just hurt the lineup, it would hurt the soul of the team. Yet this could also be the moment Toronto proves it is changed, that it can stand toe-to-toe with baseball's biggest markets, not just in October, but at the negotiating table too. At its core, this isn't just about contracts, it's about belonging. Bieber chose Toronto because he felt it. Bichette now waits to see if the organization feels the same way about him. 2 stories crossing at the most critical point imaginable. One act of loyalty setting the standard, one massive decision waiting to be made. Toronto stands at a crossroads. The pitching staff has found belief, the lineup needs reassurance, and the fans live in that familiar space between optimism and dread. But that's baseball. That's being a fan, believing when it's uncomfortable, trusting when the future feels foggy. The heartbeat of the Rogers Center still echoes even in silence, and as long as that sound exists, this city will keep believing.